Welcome to the Soul Forge, a place of silent mystery, quiet contemplation, and outright mayhem. Join your host, Sean Vanderloo, as he guides you through the adventures of living. Together, we'll talk about life and love, sex and dating, joy and heartache, memories and loss, and so much more. Don't worry, it's not nearly as pretentious as it sounds. Get ready for life, the universe, and everything on the Soul Forge.
Hey, welcome to episode 32 of the Soul Forge podcast. I'm so glad you could make it today. Future shoutouts include Pedro in 2021. He wrote a beautiful letter to us talking about the first time he fell in love. So I shared Pedro's story in an episode and it was fantastic. Very touching and heartwarming. So I appreciate that letter. And then Isabella, who found the podcast in 2024, she just wrote in to thank the podcast for helping her deal with love and loss. So that was pretty fantastic as well. I appreciate all the comments and all the feedback. You guys are really awesome. All the heartfelt, emotional responses and the 5-star reviews. You guys are just the best podcast listeners a podcast host could ever ask for. So thank you so much for that. What are we talking about today? Well, it's a shorter episode. Lots has been going on in life, so I don't have too much time right now. But this week at work, something, I don't know if pissed me off is the right word, took me aback, made me angry or sad with the state of the world. But here, I'll paint a scenario for you. I think it was Monday, and I was delivering the mail. And I was in an office building, and I was coming down the elevator waiting to get out to the bottom floor. And the door was just starting to open. I hadn't even moved to get out of the elevator yet. And this woman comes barging in, almost knocks me down, and says, "Excuse me." And this is before the door was opened or I had a chance to get out. So I was in shock. I couldn't believe that that's what happened. What happened to elevator etiquette? Like, there is such a thing. And I've been thinking about it all week, and I talked to other people, coworkers, other people that I know, friends, and they're like, yeah, there is such a thing as elevator etiquette. That's not what you do. You wait till the people have gotten out of the elevator before you come into the thing. It's common sense, it's courtesy. Let the people out before you get in. And so that got me to thinking about things that tick you off, pet peeves, anger, but not extreme anger, even though I wanted to turn around and punch the lady in the face after I thought about it. But I restrained myself and I continued to deliver the mail like a good boy. So it made me think again. It brought me back to things that piss me off. And that, of course, brought me to Facebook. Do you remember when Facebook first started, when we all got on it back in like 2007 or thereabouts? Well, notes were a big thing. We used to write notes, like little letters to our friends on Facebook. Just things that we were talking about or whatever. So I came across and I remembered that back in the early days of Facebook, I wrote the first annual list of things that pissed me off. And so what I did was I searched through my Facebook and I actually found the list. And it was written December 11th, 2007. So that's more than 10 years ago. So I thought it'd be fun, just for this week, to read the first annual list of things that piss me off, and then we'll talk about it a little bit. So the first thing that was on my list was lists, and in brackets I put, what makes you think we care? Do people care about our lists? Probably not. I don't even think I did get some comments on the thing, so maybe some people cared. Second thing, people who say first annual, and then in brackets I said, it can be the first, but it can't be annual until there's been at least 2 in a row. So I don't know what I was thinking about 10 years ago, but whatever it was really got under my skin that day of all days, December 11th. I can't even remember what happened that day. But anyway, that's not the point. Number 3, people who think they are more clever, witty, or relevant than they are. So obviously somebody was being highfalutin and thought they were better than I was or better than somebody was, and it was pissing me off that day. So that was number 3. People who think they are more clever, witty, or relevant. And then number 4 was people who try to be more clever, witty, or relevant than they are. So whatever it was back 10 years ago, somebody was being clever or witty, and it didn't sit well with me, so I got 2 entries. Number 5, slow drivers in the fast lane, or any lane for that matter, and in brackets, yeah, I'm talking to you, old man with the hat. So slow drivers. Didn't like it. Don't like those kind of people. Number 6, people who don't signal. What? That $80,000 Escalade didn't come with signal lights? And that's a piss off for most people. You know, if you're changing lanes, signal. It's just common courtesy. Who do you think you are? Are you more important than me, so you don't have to signal? I guess that's what I was thinking back then. Number 7, mailboxes is the top of your stairs. And in brackets I said, as a mailman who delivers mail for 5 to 6 hours a day, the last thing we need is another set of steps. So yeah, that's not something that people think about too often. You know, because I'm as a mailman, I'm walking and I'm delivering. I don't want to go up your stairs. Don't make me go up your stairs. Put your mailbox at the bottom of your stairs. Don't make me reach up. Don't make me climb the stairs. Just have the mailbox there. I don't need more stairs. 10 years later, that hasn't changed. I still don't like stairs. Hence the whole reason for going up the elevator in the office building. I'll go down the stairs, but I don't want to go up the stairs. Number 8, leaving the lights on. You're not in that room anymore, so turn the things off already. I guess I didn't like my power bill or something. Who knows? Number 9, people who talk out of their asses. If you don't know something, shut the hell up. So that's more to do, I guess, with people who are trying to be smarter than they are. Number 10 was piles, and in brackets I had snow, laundry, garbage, ... Apparently, 10 years ago, piles made me slightly angry for some reason. Now, snow, yeah, I don't like snow. Who likes laundry and who likes garbage? Whatever. Number 11 was dead batteries. No brackets, nothing to say what that was about. Number 12, people who say, it was in the last place I looked. And then in brackets I put, we didn't expect you to keep looking after you found it, dumbass. But we all say that. We all say, oh, it was in the last place I looked. Of course it was, because you didn't look anymore. But I guess people who say that was pissing me off back then. I don't know. I know I've still said it since then, so I guess it didn't make me that angry. And number 13, people who think they're better than you because they have more money or a better job or a nicer car. You're still an arsehole. Okay, so I was feeling inadequate maybe 10 years ago. I don't know. I was at December 11th, 2007. I would have been 31, so I don't know. At the end of the list, I put, that's today's list. I'm sure someone will piss me off tomorrow and I'll have something more. Then I got a couple comments. One girl said, Sean, thanks for the best laugh I've had today. It was one of those laugh out loud, really loud moments. And just so you know, we aren't all old men wearing hats. Some of us are young biatches checking our lipstick, lol. And another girl said, oddly, that sounds to me like a Trish written list. Or you guys are just too much alike now. I think it could have been all the arses and effers in it that reminded me of Trish. Is there really an Escalade in Timmins? Oh, how I miss you guys. Now, that was written by Amanda, who lived with us, me and Trish, back in the day for a little bit, and then she moved away. And then Jeff wrote, what about people who stop the cart and stare at the ceiling at Walmart? Oh, I hate those people. Pull your cart over and your head out of your arse and mind the people around you. Just thought I'd add something you probably already hate. Oh, and then I guess I added, I thanks to Jeff for that, and I added a 14th thing to the list. People who put stone lions at the end of their driveways. Who the hell do you think you are, you pretentious bastard? So, don't put a stone lion at the end of your driveway. I guess that made me angry back then. So, that was the first annual list of things that pissed me off. I was looking through my notes, and I found another one from 2009. So, maybe in an upcoming episode, when something else makes me angry for no reason, I will read that list and talk about those things. So that's a little bit of a shorter episode for you guys today. I wanted to get something out. There's been so much going on. Not something I can really talk about right now. It's just family stuff. But anyway, everything with me is okay. It's just I need to take care of people and get away from the recordings for a bit to make sure they're okay. So thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking us out. Please leave a 5-star review in the iTunes store or the podcast, whatever of your choice. And remember, straight roads do not make skillful drivers. This has been another episode of the Soul Forge Podcast. Contact the show by emailing soulforgepodcast@gmail.com or by tweeting soulforgepod on Twitter. Visit us at soulforgepodcast.com, and remember, the best way to show your support is by leaving a 5-star review in the iTunes store. And if you would, please check us out and like us on Facebook. The SoulForge podcast was written, produced, scored, edited, engineered, and directed by Sean Vanderloo. Find me on Twitter and Instagram at Darth Vaderloo. For more great content, you can listen to my other podcast, The Rusted Robot. Thanks for stopping by the Forge. We'll keep the fires lit until your next visit.
I could do this all day.
This has been a Valley of Vanderloo podcast production, all rights reserved.
This transmission ends now.